Black Milk.
Yes,
How you
yes.
doing?
How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks so much. First time we meet, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're born and raised in Detroit, hip hop producer and artist, on the scene for 15 plus years, I suppose, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right around 2000.
2000, yeah, yeah.
And you have a handful of US chart positionings.
Handful, yeah,
a
few.
A good amount, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
And you decided to stay an underground artist nonetheless.
Yeah.
So let's stick to that underground artist attribute for a second. I saw an interview of you with Peter Rosenberg on Hot 97.
Hot 97, yeah.
I guess you remember that interview. And he asked you if you wanted to take your music to a less underground place. And you said,
I mean, I guess underground is not necessarily the right word. I guess the right word is probably more so independent. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, because underground kind of makes it seem like you want to stay in a box, or you want to stay with like just a cult following the fans, and not get exposed to you know, any kind of mass appeal. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily what I meant. You know what I'm saying? So I like to kind of use more so the independent route versus underground. You know what I'm saying? Because even with the independent route, like I would still, if a major situation came and it made sense, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a few major situations has come along, they just didn't make the most sense for what I was trying to do.
Exactly.
So you know, I just decided to stay indie and being an independent artist.
And it works well for you because you get to tour, you release your albums, you're your own boss, I would say.
Yeah, I move how I want to move, man. I make music how I want to make music, you know. I perform how I want to perform, you know. It's great to be able to like make your own music and be able to travel and headline your own shows, and you know, not have to worry about opening for other artists. It's just get on the road yourself and you know, book your own shows and the fans will come out, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think right now, like in 2015, just the last 3 years, man, like right now is like the best time, if any time, to be an independent artist, you know what I'm saying? With all of the, you know, just with the internet and all of the different avenues and outlets you can have as an independent artist to get exposed to directly to the fans, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I would rather be, in this day and age, I would rather be an independent artist, you know what I'm saying, versus, you know, tied down or locked in, you know, a certain way of moving. So yeah.
You've been around for more than a decade. That was not the pre-internet era, but the pre-social media era, let's say. So do you see a difference between being an artist in the year 2000 compared to the year 2015?
I mean, yeah, like I say, you know, around that time, you know, I got like you say, it wasn't really that much social media stuff going on in the early 2000s. You had Facebook, but I wasn't even on Facebook at that time. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I got on was MySpace. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was around probably 2004, 2005. So yeah. And ever since then, it's just been, you know, we all have seen like different social media sites just popping up and making it more easy for you to get even more direct to the fans and people that support you. So yeah, man, you know, and it's great. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome because I use all of them. I use all of the outlets from the Instagrams to the SoundClouds to the Twitters to the Facebook, everything. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it works.
So you really try to craft your promotional channels according to your
and it's perfect. It's perfect, man, because the fans, you know, they love that. You know what I'm saying? That they can kind of tell me exactly what they're thinking, what's on their mind, whether it's musically, whether it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, you have that relationship and that dynamic with your fans that you didn't have, you know, in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's cool.
I mean, I found your music, I didn't know about your music, and I found it through YouTube, for instance.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for good hip-hop music played by a band, which you have a band on stage.
Definitely.
You don't do the traditional MC DJ thing, but you actually have a drummer, a bass player, and a keyboarder, exactly. So that's how I found it. And talking about that, I also read that you gave away on Christmas Day 2009, I think. You leaked the first single from your
album of the year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you leaked it. Basically, you gave it away for free.
Yeah. That was the first single you know, first little tease from that album of the year. So yeah, damn, we did leak that with Christmas Day. That's crazy. So,
which I think is a great idea on Christmas Day.
Yeah, everybody's at home, so yeah,
exactly.
right.
So what was the motivation? Do you remember the motivation behind that?
I think it might have been kind of spontaneous, man. I probably felt in the moment, like, yo, let me just put something out. You know what I'm saying? It was just spontaneous. It wasn't calculated or planned to leak that record that particular day. You know what I'm saying? It was just, the album was almost finished. I had the song, I liked the song, and I thought it was a good record to like give people a taste of like the direction I'm about to go in. So yeah.
Do you remember how you leaked it?
Just got up, uploaded up to no, it wasn't MySpace at that time. I was off of MySpace by that time. It was probably damn, it wasn't SoundCloud either. Whatever we were using for players, I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what we were using between SoundCloud and MySpace. Damn.
Good question. Well, it might have been Facebook.
Nah, it wasn't. It was some player, man. Some kind of little.
Also, but you used already a player that was online.
Yeah, a little audio joint. So yeah, and it just spread around. You know what I'm saying? All the blogs and everything. So yeah.
Cool. And I just read an interview with Billy Corgan. That's Smashing Pumpkins. I think we all know
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan is. He said the future for music artists is in brand identification. What he meant basically was he thinks that artists will make more money or additional money other than just touring and selling records.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I mean, yeah, you definitely got to get a little more creative in this day and age because, you know, for one, music is free. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're trying to sell it, everybody can get your music for free if they want to. So then you got the streaming, you know, all the streaming services that now that everybody's on, even myself, you know what I'm saying, the Spotify's or whatever, and, you know, everybody's just streaming it for free. And, you know, you, as an artist, you know, as time goes on, that's just going to be the way things are, man. It's just like, it might get harder and harder for an artist to actually sell, you know, a project for $10, $13, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sure. So you got to get a little more creative with, you know, the promotion and the visuals and the whole marketing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm trying to, I don't know, using the word brand, I guess that's cool, but now it seems like that's just a word that's getting thrown around a lot. So it kind of feel, when I hear the word brand nowadays, it kind of make me feel like it sounds a little too, like, I guess, corporate or whatever, like too much of the machine. You know, even though, yeah, you do have a brand, everybody has brands, but, you know, I'm you know, I kind of steer clear from that word. It's more so just, it's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling myself, you know what I'm saying? And selling, yeah, my artistry. So, and people dig it, they dig it. If they don't, still all good. So, sure. So yeah. But I feel him what he's saying. Artists is gonna have to keep getting creative to make people get interested in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And
make an actual living.
Yeah, make an actual living. And the good thing is, the one thing that won't die, you know what I'm saying, is the touring, is the shows. That's the one thing you can't download. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go watch it on YouTube, but you can't download the live experience. So, you know, and I feel great that in my position, I've been able to, where I'm still in the making of, like, just getting people more exposed to my live show. And, you know, the audience is growing. And now it's funny that a lot of people now come out to my live shows or they dig me just for the live show. They might not even really be into hip hop or be into the studio recordings, but they like the live show experience. So they fans of that. They come out, so that's cool too. So I think that's where it's really at, man. Just building a following for the shows.
You were just saying artists need to become more creative. Was having a band on tour, was that part of your extended creativity, let's say?
Yeah. It definitely was. I mean, it wasn't like a calculated thing. It was just something that naturally kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, where I was working around 2008. I was working on a project called Tronic, and you know, that was around the time I wanted to bring in some of the musicians that was around my environment. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just try to incorporate some of the live elements on top of what I was doing with the beats. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out, and you know, some of the guys I was working with at the time, my keyboardist right now, Ab, he was one of the guys that I was working with a lot at that time. And, you know, for whatever reason, we clicked and we decided to, he had a band already, a drummer and a bassist, but I decided to like take them to do a couple of shows, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? I love the way it sounded live, them playing on top of my beats, and ever since then, you know, we just kept building from there. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when I added the basses, and at one point it was keyboards, bass, drums, DJ. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's just keyboards, bass, drums, no DJ. So yeah. But yeah, man. So that's kind of how it started, and we've been playing together for like the last 11, 12, 40, like 6 years, 6, 7 years. So crazy.
Cool. And would you consider, or have you ever thought about making a record that incorporates live instruments instead of?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like that particular album, Tronic, I incorporated live stuff on that project. It wasn't total. It wasn't 100% live music. You know what I'm saying? They were still like playing
electronic
within, you know, what I was doing on the drum machine. They was playing on top of it. But but still, I do plan on doing like I have some stuff that I'm working on that might be like totally live, all live. So with them, so yeah.
Let's talk about management, music, and it's called the enterprise maybe.
Yeah.
We talked to many musicians and business people, and they're all different. We would be interested in knowing, how do you work in, or how do you manage your musical enterprise? Do you delegate a lot of things and just focus solely on your music, or do you want to be involved in the business side of it?
Well, I'm real, like I'm definitely real hands-on. You know what I'm saying? I'm real particular about certain things, but still, for the most part, I have like my team. You know, a few people that I work with that I trust, and we're like-minded, so I trust, you know what I'm saying, when they make decisions that they already know, you know, what I like, what I won't like, or whatever. So when it comes to, you know, how I'm portrayed to the public, you know what I'm saying, to the audience, to my audience. So yeah, it's definitely important right now, you know what I'm saying, to have a few people around you, you know what I'm saying, that understands you and understands your focus, understands your vision, and are able to, you know, help you out and push you to that point, you know, you're trying to get to. So yeah. So definitely, man, like I can't do it all by myself. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I prefer to have some people that's like-minded like me that could just do a lot of different things. So all I have to do is focus on just being creative. That's all I want to think about is just music. That's all I want to do all day is just sit in the studio. So I don't really want to think about nothing else.
You recorded with Jack White, and I heard you saying, or I read somewhere, that recording session was completely analog.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is different from how you work. I assume, for me, in my mind, hip-hop producers, they have computers and lots of digital effects and stuff. Yeah. So that was different. How did you, can you elaborate on that? How was it?
I mean, I think most people in general, whether you're hip-hop or just a band, rock, whatever genre you do, I think most artists in general like have some form of, you know, digital equipment, you know what I'm saying, they're running their music through, but whether if it's just a computer, but yeah, like with him, it was totally analog board, no computer, no nothing, just board, tape, live instruments, tape, you know what I'm saying, and editing, cutting tape and splicing stuff together, and it was crazy. That was the first time I had recorded some music like strictly everything analog, no digital, nothing. So it was great. It was a dope experience. The sound was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Sonically, it was crazy. It was work though. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely. It made me change. It made me think twice about like getting a total analog, you know, all analog kind of setup. You know what I'm saying? Because watching the engineer just have to do so much work. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a lot of work to get that sound, but it's worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to sound better than everything. So yeah.
Personally, I always feel you need a different approach if you record on tape than on digital. Did you feel that as well?
Yeah, you do. You gotta be. You just I don't know. It just does something to your thought process, because it's live most of the time, and you know any mistake is going to go down on tape, and you really don't want to go back and backtrack and have to re-edit, and you know what I'm saying. You want to try to hit it right in them first few takes. You know what I'm saying. So yeah. It makes you think a little different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Our last question. Would you say, in the age of where you have YouTube, where you watch one song at a time, or you have iTunes, can download one song, not the whole album, that the stance of an album lost weight against a single song? Yeah.
Everything is, in this day and age, everything is single driven. Most artists are single driven. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, the album is, the art of the album is I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's just not as important, or I wouldn't say important, but it just doesn't have as much value as it did, way back when. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you had to buy an actual album to get that song which you liked.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that's a little whatever, because everything is about, like I say, singles and radio spins, and just having that one hit, you know what I'm saying, that one hit that can carry you through the summer or through the year or whatever. So that's cool too, but it is special when the few artists that's out here, especially in hip hop, because hip hop is really single driven, but when you have those few artists that take the time to try to craft an entire experience from the first note to the last note of the album. So yeah. So it's great when you do get those albums, and it makes it even more special because it's not, everybody's not doing that. Everybody's not putting that much time and effort and thought into a full project. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Do you usually work? Do you have a concept for the whole album, or do you work song by song?
Well, my last couple projects, If There's a Hell Below, No Poison, No Paradise, those albums, like, I had a idea of where I wanted to go from start to finish, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, the projects that I did before them was more like, I knew the sound, but I didn't really necessarily know how I wanted the songs to connect, you know what I'm saying? But the last two albums I dropped, I kind of knew exactly how I wanted it to feel and like how I wanted the people to hear it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, my last two albums are definitely projects where you gotta kind of listen from start to finish. You just can't really just pick one or two songs, so yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, Black, thanks so much.
Man,
all the best for the future, and see you again soon.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Appreciate it.